Innovation in the professional industry of horticulture often filters down into the home garden market, and it brings with it many benefits, and there's no better example than in the turf category. You see, turf often gets a bit of a bad rap when it comes to things like water use, which I think is fairly unfair. When you take into account all the good that turf does, it's pretty amazing. Things like, well, for a start, it locks up more carbon out of the atmosphere than a rainforest would for the same physical area. It's also extremely good at sucking up pollutants and converts that carbon dioxide into oxygen, improving the air we breathe as well. It cools the environment and it looks fantastic. And there's an innovation that's come out in the turf sector that's really making a big difference. And it's all started here at the professional level. This is a stunning golf course called Lakelands. The process of getting greens and fairways looking this magnificent isn't an easy one, and it required a group of professionals, and the science applied to getting the best greens is phenomenal. The green superintendent, Rob Sorensen, is responsible for making sure that the fairways and greens are perfect, but the science behind his job is simply incredible. So, Rob, this is really where it all starts. A lot of people spend a lot of time on the putting greens practicing, and this is where you guys first started your journey with Treforte. Tell us about what you did.
So we linked up with Treforte, and they gave us a bit of a plan of what they wanted us to do, which we followed pretty well to a T.
A lot of free draining sand. It was about a metre or so deep you dug here in the beginning.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. And then a good quality compost, and then some permanent amendments into the soil?
Well, we tried to have a bit of a different approach with this one, get a much better compost in the ground, because we've got very sandy soil, so we've got to try and hold on to as much nutrient as we can to get a good healthy root system.
Lakelands has been using Treforte technology with their turf, and they're getting great results. It uses the same principles Treforte Garden uses, a complex balance of macro and micronutrients important to healthy turf growth, delivered in a formula that ensures the strongest possible growth results. But there's something extra special about how they go about it. What have you used as the grass?
This is Pencross bent grass. It's not really suited to WA, but it produces the best putting surface.
And sustainability is a vitally important thing for you guys here at the club as well, isn't it?
We don't have an endless budget, but we've also got a lot of young staff working here now. We've had a bit of a turnover in the last 4 or 5 years. So we're very conscious of having a golf course moving forward, but also what different chemicals can do to them. Because at the end of the day, we've got to have all healthy staff, and when they leave here, you know, being in a good spot with young families.
When you see a golf course and its magnificent appearance, you realise it's not something that happens by accident. And to keep it looking that good for 365 days of the year is a real management process, mixed with the right products, maintenance and preparation. Treforte technology is clearly having significant outcomes for the team here. There are a lot of lessons we can learn for our home gardens thanks to the amazing research and development work being done by the turf industry. Now, it not only leaves us with better gardens, but most importantly, it can also leave us with a far better environment to live in.